And we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to Lunchroom Debates. I'm your co-host Dibo with my other two co-hosts, Matt and Owen.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good to be back as always. Timely, 1 week apart. Very
Dude,
timely.
talk about a schedule, man. Yeah, no, it feels good. I love doing these.
Got to get that consistency going. You love to see it. What's new
Yeah,
with you?
man.
Guys?
Uh,
What's new? So, do you want to go first, Owen?
yeah, I definitely bombed this finance test I took on Wednesday. Well, I guess that's yesterday. Yeah, it was a tough scene.
Don't
Tough work
worry.
for the kid.
Don't worry. I had an astronomy lab. The one when you FaceTime me while I was outside.
Yeah.
And I took the sketches, I literally was outdoors for the experiment. It's astronomy, so it's like looking at the stars, stuff like that. And I turn in the lab and I feel great. I'm like, dude, I can't wait till I get my. You know when you turn in something and you can't wait to get the grade back because you feel like you did a really good job,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro. 14 out of 20, barely pulled out a C minus.
Damn.
Dude, I'm on the other end of the spectrum, dude. I just want to get the grade back to put me out of my misery for this test, dude.
That's
Dude,
the
it's so
worst.
bad. Yeah,
That's
it's
the
so
worst.
bad.
Yeah. That's the worst when you
Yeah,
know
it's
you failed the
tough.
test. So
Yeah.
it's like, hey man, I'm just praying I got like at least a D or something like.
Bro, dude, I'd be blessed if I
So
got a
like,
D on this
listen to
test.
blow.
Wow.
To listen to blow.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. Hey, there's typically an inverse relationship on how you think you did and how you actually did. So
There you go.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
That's
wrong, and
true.
my guessing was very good.
I like that thinking. I like the optimism. What about you, Debo? What's new with
Yeah.
you?
About me, still doing school. One of my classes, I didn't do well on the test that I thought, hey man, I was cooking throughout the whole way. I was like, boom, 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 there we go, we got it going on, and stuff like that too. But when I got the test back, I got D on the grade. It was out like what
Um,
That's what I'm talking about. That
40,
inverse
50
relationship.
points around that, and I'm like, damn, I
damn.
bombed it. But you
Damn.
know
What
what they
happened?
always say, man? You know what they always say? Fuck it, we ball. That's the
Hey, better
mentality.
luck next time.
You gotta keep going with that mentality. You gotta keep
Yeah,
moving. You just can't keep like lingering on your past failures. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep pursuing. Yeah, you gotta keep pursuing these goals. So
yeah.
hey,
What's that cliche ass sign? It's like failure's the only way to learn.
Hey, what
exactly,
happened?
exactly. That's what we're not gonna do.
What happened to lunchroom debates being so studious? What happened to the good grades, fellas?
Dude,
The
this is
grades,
the
bro.
first
Sometimes it's
test.
hard.
Yeah,
The first test
Like
I've not
especially
felt
during the
grades
start,
on.
yeah, like especially during the start of the year, bro. You gotta start locking in.
bro. I swear,
You
first
gotta start
semester is
locking
way
in
harder
again.
than second semester.
Yeah,
You say
it's like
first
second
semester's
semester you
harder?
actually got like a little
Yeah,
groove.
Yeah, I mean, because like first semester, you're like getting back into it, you know. Second semester, like all right, we moved, like we're chilling.
yeah. I felt like I don't know. I felt like second semester for me last year. I felt like I was just like kind of rocking and rolling. It was much less of a grind.
Yeah, and it also just feels better as you get stuff done because you know what's coming at the end of at the end of the semester, and that's obviously summer.
Yeah,
So, but yeah.
true,
Anywho,
true.
Ooh, I said that badly. Are we
lag
starting
room
with the episode
debates.
today?
I think
Yeah,
we are. I think we
yeah.
are.
Lag on the base. Where you get that from?
Debo, I was about to say, Debo's connection cooked?
Yeah,
I was thinking that the entire intro. I
Oh,
was like,
I'm cooked.
am I lagging?
yeah.
I was like,
You're
what's going on
lagging
with my
like a
connection?
mofo.
Yeah.
Bro, I just
Damn it.
fit, bro. Dude, we just got new Wi-Fi too.
Swear,
Xfinity's selling, bro.
swear, for real, for real.
Essentially to Xfinity. Am I still on or no?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
you're here, but
yeah.
barely.
It's a bit hard to piece
Okay.
together the conversation.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad it wasn't me. I was like tripping. I thought I was tripping. I was like, what's
I
going on with my
was
connection?
waiting for you to say
Bro,
something.
can you guys see me now? Can you guys see me?
in
No?
like 140p.
Yeah, your camera's kind of.
40. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Bro.
I was gonna say that about the Surface, bro. The Surface is so shit for like storage and data, but you have to admit it has a nice camera for a laptop.
Well,
That's
that's not Debo's laptop camera selling him. That's just because he's lagging.
Yeah, but
Bro,
I got
I'm
the
going
best
to like the
camera.
lowest quality. I'm going to the lowest quality one, the lowest quality camera.
Yeah, Debo's early just like a blur right now.
Oh, it's funny.
Right. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Like I can tell
Well,
you.
what if I just left the studio?
It's like grainy.
What if I just left the studio? What if I just left
Well,
I'm gonna try to come back. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna try to come back. Hold on.
Brief hiatus
hopefully,
from our fellow man Debo.
I wonder how it's gonna put him in because usually it puts us in the background. I wonder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If one of us was gonna have to like let him in.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, you know what? Shout out
What?
the time Debo shit himself.
Nah, much better, Dibo. Much better.
Okay, are we here? We here?
Yeah.
It's a little
Are
laggy,
we?
but you're much better. It's much better.
Okay.
Or
I'm
not.
gonna try to go back to 3. What about now?
Better.
Oh my god, bro.
It's not better.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Yeah. I hear you.
You hear it now, yeah.
Oh, we good? We're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make this work.
Jesus.
We'll make this work. All right.
Little hiccup.
Forgive me for my internet right now. It's kind of bad. But yeah, on to the main episode. We got to move on right now. And yeah, we're this is bro, I'm sorry, bro. Let me get back. Hold on.
Gotta lock
Okay,
in, Debo.
lock in. Okay, professional now. Real professional. Okay. So for today's episode, we are obviously going to give out our week 2 alongside.
Fuck, dude. God damn.
Am I still lagging?
Yeah. Like every 5 words. Hold on.
This poor guy, man.
I'll explain what we're doing while Debo's figuring that out. So today, start the episode. We're recording this Thursday at 4 p.m. So we just got the news about Trevon Diggs and their Pro Bowl center getting hurt at practice. We'll get into that. Then we're gonna do our winners and losers from week 2. Then we will do some predictions for tonight and some talk about the O2 teams in the league. Dibo, I was just filling everybody in on the plan for the episode today. If you want to get us started with the Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, absolutely. So of course, with recent news today, Trevon Diggs is out for the remainder of the season with a torn ACL injury. According to multiple sources, he suffered the injury during practice today, 1v1 drill. We don't know the exact details of how it happened, but as it stands, he will not be playing for the remainder of the season. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's a huge loss. I mean, Trevon Diggs, whatever you want to call him, whether he's top 5, top 10, he's definitely one of the best corners in the league. And his playmaking ability to turn over the ball and intercept the quarterback is one of the best in the league. And he's one of those X factors on the defensive side that you hate to see go. Obviously, the Cowboys have a star-studded defense, and he was a big part of that. So losing him is just a massive loss.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you hit the nail on the head with what he brings to the field. But I mean, even for someone who doesn't or is not a huge fan of the Cowboys, it does suck no matter what, no matter who goes down. It just is a tough scene for everyone.
For sure. No, it's just right now. We saw what happened on Monday night with Nick Chubb. Then we get the news today about Trevon Diggs. It's just like, one, you hate injuries. Two, you especially hate injuries when they're happening to star players, and you hope that those star players can get back to how good they were. And I think we will. I think we will with Trevon Diggs.
Oh yeah, still a younger player, so
Yeah,
the bounce back potential is definitely still there.
for sure. Dibo, you got any comments?
That's very. Yeah, of course. Like the thing I'm sad about the most is that we never really got to see him and Stephon Gilmore play together for a whole season. You know, that was one of the things I was most excited about. You know, I had a lot of hype for that cornerback duo because last year they obviously had problems with their second corner on their side of the field. You know, they lacked another guy to like put alongside Trevon Diggs to, you know, lock up consistent wide receiver core. That was a big issue with their secondary throughout last year, and that picking up Gilmore in the offseason, especially for cheap in big, you know, I really thought that would take him over like to the next step, you know, to make them, you know, become truly one of the more elite teams in the NFL. But sadly, we're not going to see that happen. It's not going to. It's just very unfortunate for us as fans and the Cowboys right now.
Yeah, they're trying to establish a no-fly zone, and unfortunately, it just didn't work.
Yeah,
not because of their fault, but you know, just didn't happen.
Yeah, you hit it on the head, Dibo. You're absolutely correct, because with the addition of Stephon Gilmore, we all thought that this was probably going to be the best cornerback duo in the league outside of the Jets, and to see it like barely last 2 games, I guess 2 games, is sad. But in those 2 games, I mean, they looked phenomenal. Obviously, they were creating turnovers against Zach Wilson. They obviously had the massacre on Sunday Night Football to start the season. So they look like one of the most elite defenses, and I hope that can continue.
That's right.
Yeah. You guys want to move on to winners and losers with that being said?
I think we shall.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Such a big loss for Dallas, man. Arguably the best defense in the entire league too, man. It's a big loss.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, shall I start with my winners and losers, or my winner and loser?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
go for it.
My winner, the Washington Commanders, dude, starting off 2-0, off hot. And the reason I say that is they looked like trash in the first half against the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos were just running it up like you would not believe. But second half rolls around. I don't know whatever coach said in the locker room, but my goodness, they figured something out, dude. They just started rolling. That Sam Howell to Terry McLaurin duo was looking nice, and they were just
nah, bro, no. The fucking like the dot he threw to McLaurin in the end zone,
dude,
beautiful.
That was
beautiful.
a
That was a beauty.
So a winner within the winner is that duo, man.
Yeah,
the Commanders got something.
Ball. Oh my god.
Can I say something about the Commanders and specifically their coaching staff?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a lot of talk about offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy not getting a head coaching job, and after last season, when the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl, he basically realized that he had to leave Kansas City if he ever wanted to become a head coach, and so as a result, he ended up in Washington being the OC. And he has done a phenomenal job. He has done nothing short of a masterclass. To turn basically a rookie quarterback like Sam Howell, having him play with such confidence. They were down, like Owen said. I think they were down 21-3.
21-3, dude.
Yeah, and he said, and they had a report mid-game where they were saying he was just in Sam Howell's ear saying, just stay calm, just stay to the script, and we'll be fine. And they kept on doing that, and by halftime they were down by 7. And then, as Owen said, they had a beautiful second half where they dominated both sides of the ball. So, I think the Commanders are huge winners, and I think Eric Bieniemy might be the biggest one right now.
Dude, loads of winners within the winner.
Yeah, Absolutely.
It looks good for the DC area, man. Tell you.
I knew
All
Owen.
right.
Very true.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out the Commanders, man.
Shout out the Commanders, dude.
Yeah, for their first 2 decade too, man. Hey, salute. New era, man. Let's go. But about Eric Bieniemy. First off, Eric, please come back. I miss you.
Matt
I just
Nagy.
want to get that off my chest. Yeah, Matt Nagy, bro. Matt Nagy got me in shackles. I miss Eric Bieniemy so much. I just want to get that out the way. And two, yeah, I expected this Commanders offense to take a huge leap because with them mind and the Bieniemy in to get a young QB and Sam Howell to develop himself as a passer, which you obviously saw that
300 yards,
especially in that comeback stretch. The running game, which I thought was going to be a huge upgrade, bringing a guy like Bieniemy in with his experience as a running back. Obviously being a Colorado legend and him being having some years as a pro in the NFL. I think with a guy like Brian Robinson, unlocking him to become best in the league has been a huge step. He had a great game yesterday too. He had over 100 yards. I don't have the exact stats for me, but he had a great. They were great running the ball. So for the Commanders, they're gonna be on my radar for the whole season because of the offense alone, them being more dynamic, and also with that defense too. I mean, shout out Chase Young, man. He had 1.5 sacks too on the day. So hey, man's back, and alongside that already stacked D line, it's gonna be a game changer.
No, for sure. Chase Young had a very dominant performance, and the Commanders really took over that game when they started winning the battle in the trenches. Because in that first half, we saw the Broncos having the ability to run the ball with Javonte Williams. We saw Russ having all loads of time, and then in the second half, it was Jonathan Allen, it was Daron Payne, it was Montrezl Sweat, it was Chase Young, and all those guys getting to Russ that really helped spark the comeback. But one thing I want to talk about is Russell Wilson. And through 2 weeks, I feel like we're seeing a narrative of Russell Wilson where he's great on script and he's struggled mightily off script. As
you're saying,
you're
saying like when like things like don't go how he wants it, he just kind of collapses.
Like so, coming into the weeks, Sean Payton will have a set like 10, 15 plays that they practice, and they know that they want to run heading into the game. And through 2 weeks, it's looked phenomenal. I think the Broncos scored 2 touchdowns in their first opening drives against the Raiders and against the Commanders. So on script, Russ is playing phenomenal. And then we get to the second halves where the Raiders have a comeback in the fourth quarter, and the Commanders go from being down 21-3 to winning 35-33. So it's like the defense needs to get stops, absolutely, and the pass rush needs to generate more sacks. But Russell Wilson needs to be better off script, and that's what they traded so much for.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, it looks tough, dude. Such a legendary quarterback. Just having those issues shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
All right, shall I give my loser?
I mean, a lot of that, but a lot of like Russell Wilson's weaknesses right now, that could be traced back to his declining athletic ability, as he gets older, and we saw that, during the later stages of his career in Seattle, and his best trait, one of his best traits was just creating plays out of structure, creating opportunities, with his leg. Creating extra time for receivers to get open, but with his injuries and him getting older, it's not a possibility anymore. And because of that, the Broncos offense, they struggle at times because they can't get those extra opportunities where Russell Wilson can be a playmaker and create for his other teammates on the field.
Yeah, I agree. They've been trying to use him more in like the read option, and they were trying to like roll him out, get some throws on the run, because like you said, like Russell Wilson is at his best when he's on the move. That's how he became so elite. And to kind of see his body take this steep decline, I hope it can traverse, but we'll see.
He's too short. No, I'm playing.
That's true.
He's just short.
Dibo, do you want to go next with your winner or me?
Oh no, you got it.
All right. My winner for this week is the Green Bay Packers, even though they lost. The Packers lost this week to the Falcons, and the Falcons honestly could be one of my winners. They're up there for that, just the way Bijan looks and how Arthur Smith is coaching that team. But for the Packers, I think that Jordan Love has been everything that they hoped for. I know that he had some mishaps during the last stretch of the game, or during the end stretch of the game. But for him to go into Atlanta, which Atlanta's a very good ball club right now, and without his star running back, Aaron Jones, without his number one wide receiver, Christian Watson, and to have them fighting till the end of the game, I think that it gives Packers fans hope that even without Aaron Rodgers, maybe he could be the next coming of that great quarterback for them. Oh, double Dibo. Nice, Dibo. Much better.
Dude, what the bro?
Bro, that had me tweaking for a second. Oh, that was wacky.
Nice.
Look at my face, bro. Look at the screen right now.
Yeah.
Look at my face right.
So much better.
Yeah.
Man, it's just the computer.
I called it, Owen.
No, it's still the Wi-Fi that's getting that's not allowing his streaming rate to be that good.
Nah,
He's not lagging anymore. Are you on your
I
desktop?
know. No, he's on his phone.
no, I'm on my other.
Oh, fair.
No, sorry, I'm on my laptop.
Wait, what? Oh,
That's why.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was made out of two computers.
But anybody have comments on Packers?
Whatever.
Shout out Jordan Love, man.
Shout out Jordan
Green
Love.
Bay fans did not like when Aaron Rodgers left.
You think when Aaron
I
Rodgers?
think the vision with Jordan Love. I know you talk. I don't know what you're talking about.
I did too. I was highly thinking about picking him up, and I unfortunately chose to buy all my stock in Kenny Pickett instead.
Oh, that was an L.
That's a fucking L on your behalf.
God damn.
New OC. I need to see him with the new OC before.
I don't know. Maybe Jordan Love will just flop in the next coming weeks.
Nah, he's not doing that. He got it. He got it.
Dibo was right about me in Canada. I thought they could have been serviceable, but it's just so bad with him.
No, bro. The thing about Matt Canada is that, like, bro, I've seen the work he's been doing over the past, ever since he's been the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. Like, oh, it's not good. They're consistently one of the worst offenses in the entire league. No creativity, barely any motion. Play calling stale, play designs bland. Bro, I know about Matt Canada. I know about that man. He's not good at all. No.
Steelers missed a big opportunity. Eric Bieniemy was on the table.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like I've just
Philly
liked
team or not Philly.
Yeah,
Philly team.
I've just liked the Steelers play calling for like years now, so it's like it's consistent with them.
No, they're yeah. That's it. Jesus, Owen, what you doing? You having an earthquake at your place or what?
A little bit.
Yo, this man chomping. This man chomping like crazy.
Yeah. Packers were my winner despite a loss. I was very close to picking Atlanta too.
Hey, shout out Bijan Robinson.
That man is insane.
Probably top 5 running back right now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. He top 5. Elite, electric, the change in direction, the explosiveness coming out the backfield, even the catching ability too. We all expected that, with him coming out of Texas. Game changer for the Atlanta Falcons, man. Their running attack, I expected to be elite right off the bat with him and Algier leading that backfield. So, hey man, salute to him. Hey man, if they had like a remotely a better quarterback than Desmond Ridder, I would have been way higher on them. But I can't. And no offense to Ridder, but I just don't think he's the guy in Atlanta.
Can I have one more winner? Can I have one more winner? Because I know you're not going to pick them. The Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense played absolutely phenomenal this week. To go into Jacksonville against an extra motivated Jaguars trying to get their revenge since you knocked them out of the playoffs last year, and to do so where Trevor Lawrence and the Jags offense don't even get a single touchdown, despite like having field position starting inside the 20. Having 4 sacks, Chris Jones looks like he missed no time at all, came right back into the swing of things. And they were flat out dominant in this one. The Chiefs' offense was not great, as Dibo mentioned, with the Matt Nagy play calling, barely running the ball, and then like pulling it together in the second half. But that defense won them the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, with our defense, right? We're exceeding so many expectations. I didn't believe we had the potential to be even a top 10 defensive unit leading up to the season. I just thought that, you know, with our young talent, our young talent in our D line and all the other aspects too, especially with Chris Jones, you know, with him, his contract disputes, which thankfully those are resolved. But hey, man, salute to this defense, man. They're balling. Our young guys, Karlaftis, Trey McDuffie, Sneed, Ndika Uzama, Leo Chanel, linebacker out of Wisconsin. I want to get that correct so bad. Yeah, I know it's Wisconsin. Yeah, guys like that. And Chris Jones coming back, elite unit. Them guys can ball, man. Shout out Spags too. He's been scheming up some good stuff, some good shit lately, man. I'm proud of him for that.
No, he's been cooking. I do have to agree. I've talked my shit towards him in the past, but I have to give him his props. I have to give him his flowers because.
Hey man, bro. Hey, like I had my issues with Spagnolo in the past, but hey, when it matters the most during the season, he delivers. He delivers. So I can't be mad at that.
Pray for Justin Fields this week. At Arrowhead on the road against the Chiefs defense.
Breakout game.
No.
Bro, I'm sorry, but the Bears, they need God, Allah, and the Almighty Buddha to even like pray. Did you even have a chance against us, man? They're not beating the Chiefs.
They lost their defensive coordinator too. Did you see?
Yeah, he resigned due to his mental health. Yeah, I believe it was mental health issues. And no, it was not because he had CP.
I didn't see that.
It was not because he had CP in his house. They like that rumor is completely false. That's a completely false rumor. I would like to get that off my chest. If you didn't know, Alan Williams, that whole story about him, like, you know, the FBI raiding his house and the Bears facilities, that was completely fabricated. That was a completely fake story. Like it's already been debunked by Rappaport and all of them. So, like all that stuff about Charles Tillman, the FBI agent, like talking to the Bears coaching stuff about that before, you know, like all that stuff's false. It's fake. Don't believe that shit, bro. And here's another thing I have for the audience, right? If you see a tweet from an independent journalist on Twitter, and like down below the original tweet where he's like giving out the news and stuff like that, if he has like all the journalists added like below as like Dove Kleiman, you know, Schefter, Rappaport, all the other big name media companies, most likely what they're saying is complete bullshit. So don't believe in them.
No, I have a quote here from Alan Williams when he was resigning. He said, "I value the NFL Shield and all that it stands for. And after taking some time off to address my health, I plan to come back and coach again." So
there you go.
There you go. It is for his health. Dibo is on the dot.
That's crazy that someone would fabricate a story like that, though.
Yeah, I can't lie. I 100% thought that was real until like 10 seconds ago.
But that man's trying to get some money off of Elon, you know? Twitter money, yeah, it's good money right now. All you gotta do is fabricate a story. You know, it gets a lot of like likes, retweets, some you know, a lot of like active people, you know, debating in the comments. You just gotta do that, and you're gonna get money from Elon. So that's easy. Easy to get back on Twitter now.
I heard Elon was gonna make Twitter all like fully subscription. Like even if you're on there, you have to pay.
I'm deleting that shit off my phone the minute he does that shit.
Yeah, facts.
I'm deleting that shit off my phone immediately. They don't deserve my money.
No, that app has gone to the dirt. Dibo, who's your winner
That's
for
the
this
real
week?
money. Okay, so for my winner, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball, and I am going to give a big shout out to Puka Nakua.
Lovely,
Okay.
Dibo.
Okay. Okay.
Puka Nakua. And no, I'm not doing this just to please you, Matt. So no, don't do that with me.
Yeah.
Don't try that.
Consider me aroused.
But pause. But let me continue. Uh, so Puka Nakua, the one clip we had with our week 1 predictions before the season started versus Seahawks. I
Yeah.
made fun of Puka Nakua. I was teasing him a little bit. I didn't believe he had the goods in him. 5th-round pick out of BYU, if I'm correct about the information. And throughout these first 2 weeks, especially week 2, that man's been a stud. He's been a stud. Simone Cooper Cup, if you want to call him, like the man's him being able to run routes for his age and his height, and him being able to find open space, especially in the Sean McVay scheme. Him being able to dial up plays to make it more easy for receivers to find open spots in the zones, and for a QB like Matthew Stafford to throw guys the ball. Yeah, he's been great, and people could say that, oh, when Cooper Cup comes back, he's not gonna do this production. He's not gonna do all this stuff. He's not gonna, it's gonna be an insanity run. But man, with what he's doing right now, like, it just can't be ignored. Like, let me read this stuff out right now. He broke the rookie record for most receptions. Let me say that. Hold on, sorry. He broke the rookie record for most receptions in the first 2 weeks with 25 receptions, and he is the first player to record 10 catches along with over 100 yards in the first 2 games of the season for rookie. Well, the first 2 games of season, like, for player period. And so, with that being said, like, for a guy like that to be as productive as he is this early in his career, for any offensive mind, they're gonna put you in these opportunities where you're gonna get the ball often, to where you're gonna have these opportunities to shine. And with what Puka Nakua is doing, with Cooper Cup coming back, when he comes back from his injury, it's gonna be no different. He's still gonna be very important in this Rams offense, which I couldn't believe.
No, I think that I think we have to give a big round of applause to Les Snead here. I think just a couple years ago, like right after we won the Super Bowl, so last year basically, we all thought that the Rams were going to need a massive rebuild, especially with that wide receiver core. I mean, there was obviously Cooper Kupp, but outside of him, we let go of Robert Woods. We brought in Allen Robinson, and he didn't work the way we wanted him to. Van Jefferson had a steep decline. Tutu Atwell wasn't playing the way we wanted. And now it looks like we have kind of a brighter future there. I mean, Cooper Kupp, when he returns, he'll still be that wide receiver 1. I think Puka Nakua has earned the right to be the wide receiver 2. He's looked phenomenal. I'm really excited to see how Sean McVay schemes both he and Cooper Kupp once both of them are back. You have Tutu Atwell now, who's looked really good the first 2 games, and he could be that deep threat for us. So I think it's an exciting time. I think that heading into the season, I didn't have a lot of expectations. I think I picked the Rams to be 5-12, but we've looked really solid. We've looked really solid, and it's given me a lot more hope. It's given me I'm actually looking forward to watching games. So I'll take it.
Wait, all I gotta say this: Puka Nakua, he tricked me. Tutu Atwell, he tricked me. He's been balling out. Matthew Stafford, he tricked me. I thought he was cooked. I thought he was washed. I thought last year, I thought it was it for him with his old age, But hey, man, these first 2 weeks, they've shown that they're balling. Like, they can ball with the best teams. Well, with one of the better teams in the league. Yeah. And even though it was a divisional game last week against the Niners, they're still a top 3-2 team in the league right now. So
the Niners have always been a team that has kind of owned the Rams, at least regular season wise. You always think Kyle Shanahan's getting the better of Sean McVay. So to be basically at a home game or basically at a road game. I know we were playing at SoFi Stadium, but there were more Niners fans than Rams fans, which is a bit sad. But to be playing against that good of a team with no Cooper Kupp, none of your big name players, obviously Jalen Ramsey left the offseason, and to only be down or lose by 7 is something to be excited about, something to be happy about.
For sure.
And do we want to talk about the Cam Akers trade?
Do we?
And nah, not really. Hey, all I gotta say about that is that I fucking told you about Alexander Madison.
Don't worry.
I told you about that, man, the whole time.
For now.
Bro, you no way you offered me, bro. No way you tried to do a first for me to get Addison in fantasy. I didn't believe that. I didn't want to do that.
You're going to do Mike Evans. Mike Evans is worth a first.
Bro.
Mike Evans is worth a first?
No.
Mike Evans is
No, he's not. He's not
but
worth the first. In
I need the RB depth. I need that. Well, now I don't because I got some big performances. But yeah, I went from having no RB depth to having the best RB depth in 1 week. Fun fact.
True, lad, right there.
All right, Owen, you want to get us with our losers? You want to start us off with our losers?
Yeah, this is gonna sound a little ridiculous because I talked about the Browns last week too. Except now I'm going specifically into Deshaun Watson.
Go for it.
235 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Okay, average game, right? Just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to bat an eye at. Just happens. Until you look at the fact he went 22 for 40. Dude, God, dude, I don't understand the hype of this man. When he was in Houston, I've been told, a top three quarterback in the league. Bro, what? This dude's overthrowing his receivers by 5 to 10 yards almost consistently on big plays that could have turned into easy touchdowns. Yeah, I just don't understand it. And I would say Danny's not going to like this one, but he agreed with me.
No, I think Deshaun was top 3 when he was in Houston. There was definitely a year where he was top 3. That's what got him that massive bag.
I can't hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
It's like no audio right now.
I swear. Hello? You can't hear me? Hello?
Bro, I'm not hearing a word.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, it says I'm having audio. It says
$26.
What the hell? But I think we have to have a serious conversation about Deshaun Watson because there's a Browns fan named Danny, and he's been adamant that the Broncos had the worst trade of all time. They're not of all time because I think Herschel Walker's pretty consensus, but worst trade in recent history for Russell Wilson. But can we not say the same thing for Deshaun Watson if Deshaun Watson can't turn it around?
Dude, he's looked terrible for a supposed healthy top 3 quarterback in the league. Dude.
And the Broncos package was pretty mild for us. I think it only included 1 first, and it was Drew Lock and Noah Fan a third, and Shelby Harris. But the Browns gave up 3 first-round picks, a fourth, a third, and another fourth. So 3 first-round picks, a third, and 2 fourths. I understand that last year was kind of his time to come back. He hadn't played football for 2 years. He was taking off the rust. But week one, he didn't look great. Neither quarterback looked great in week 1, to be fair. Week 2, as Owen mentioned, he barely completed 50% of his passes. His throwing average was 6 yards a throw, which is extremely low. But if we don't see Deshaun Watson start to turn it around soon, when do we talk about this being one of the worst trades in recent history?
Hey, Danny's not going to like that one.
I mean, it's already a possibility right now. It already is.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I think we might have to give it a little bit more time.
Yeah,
but
I think
that is true.
The loss of Nick Chubb is going to be huge, and I don't think it's going to help him out in any way.
Yeah. I mean, you look, dude, the only reason the game against the Steelers was even close was because of Jerome Ford. Like, he was cooking.
Yeah, he looked really good. He looked really good. I also like the pickup of Kareem Hunt. I think it's a pretty smart move considering he's familiar with
Yeah, for sure.
He's familiar with the offense, the O-line. He knows how they block.
Yeah, that's true.
Has the chem with Deshaun from last year. I think if you're trying to bring in a running back from free agency, I think that's not a bad choice. I would give Ford the number one, though, at least until he loses it, because what does he deserve to not be the one? He looked, as Owen said, he looked really good in that game. Kenny Pickett also helped him out, too, stay in that game. The Steelers' offense didn't do much. But it was also the defense that won it for the Steelers, right? Didn't they have a fumble six or a scoop and score, and then didn't they start the game with a pick six as well? So like, not only was it that the Steelers offense wasn't playing well, it was like not only was it Deshaun didn't play well, he kind of almost lost the game for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I know for sure.
They
had Deshaun Watson's my loser.
I think that's a very solid loser. I want to have the Chargers as my loser, but I feel like I've made that clear enough. Like I feel like I've talked about that point enough.
No, fuck it, dude. I said the Browns again. May as well.
No, the Browns was a good pick. But my loser right now, I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
I think that Bryce Young has actually looked decent. He hasn't looked good throwing the ball deep, but throughout the entire combine, we heard about is Bryce Young's lack of physicality, lack of weight. Is that going to hinder him when it comes to the NFL? Right? Is he going to be able to take all these hits?
Yeah.
And for him to already be missing a game, they completely ruled him out already. Said Andy Dalton will get the start this week. I think he has to put a lot of doubt in the Panthers' mind. And I think he's looked good. I think he's kind of making the mistakes that you want a rookie to make. He's shown some flashes through the first 2 weeks. But if he's not going to be able to hold up physically, that's a different question. So I think there's some concern for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. You're absolutely right, man. And with the Panthers, their offense right now, especially, they look really bad. They looked really bad versus Saints Monday night. The receivers, a lot of question marks heading into the year, and a lot of those questions are being answered in a negative way, man. Like even the young players that I expected to, step up early, like a Terrence Marshall Jr. and the Jonathan Mingle, they're not cooking right now. And if your best receiver right now is a washed up, no offense to Adam Thielen, but an old Adam Thielen who can't really get out of his breaks that often. He's like not as quick as he was during his prime. That is not a good look at all, man. That's not a good look at all.
No, for sure. Yeah, he was their best receiver. He was their best receiving option. We saw last year, like Minnesota literally let him go and drafted a first round pick because they just kind of wanted to wash their hands with him, like and try to replace him because they didn't think he was a competent wide receiver 2, and now he's having to be a wide receiver 1. So that's not.
No, I will say though with like Bryce Young though, I feel like the toughness aspect, I feel like that's just gonna come with time. I mean, you look at him. He's a 5'10" quarterback, extremely undersized for the position, and he was throughout his college career. He's playing behind the Alabama O-line, which is like men amongst boys out there, because like Alabama, one of the college teams where it's almost like almost everyone you feel like is going to the NFL, compared to all the other teams they would play against. So it's like he's got a stacked O-line. And we've lost Matt. But now he's coming to the NFL where the D-line is just as stacked. So he's getting beat up, but that'll just come with time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll be back in like 15 minutes, but we can continue. I want to hear your loser.
I just gave mine. It was the Panthers.
Oh, true. My fault. You got another one?
Let's see. Let's see here. Loser for this week. Chicago Bears, if we want to get into Justin Fields slander.
Dude, Justin Fields is talking himself a storm, dude.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Dibo will remember this, but at the end of 2022, me and Dibo had a podcast.
Yeah.
And it was winners and losers from the 2022 year, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of my losers was the first loser of the episode. I came in so confident. my first loser was Justin Fields. And Dibo said it was completely wrong. My reasoning for the take was this. Yeah. I said Justin Fields does a spectacular better than most people can, right? Like when he's running, when he's making those plays, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that can do it better than him.
Yeah.
And he's good for one or two of those a game. He'll have those highlight plays every single game. But he can't do the normal. He struggles with the normal. He struggles with the 8-yard crosser. He struggles with stepping up in the pocket to find somebody. He struggles trying to – I don't know why, but he's struggling trying to scramble and he's staying in the pocket. I know that's by design and stuff. I'm a little happy. Not happy, because obviously I want to see Justin Fields succeed. Like I'm not gonna be a dickhead. But it's always nice when one of your takes kind of hits.
Hey, that's right.
And although I think he might still have a good future, I think that the answers to some of those press conferences, I think you have to take accountability. Even if you want to blame the coaching, I think you have to take accountability and handle the other stuff behind closed doors. And I think that like the interception on the screen pass and not seeing the 30-yard like wide receiver straight open for a touchdown. I think quarterback is the hardest position, but it should not be that hard.
Yeah, for sure. That's funny because I saw a meme earlier today. It was like Justin Fields is the perfect quarterback. He's extremely athletic, built like a linebacker, can run like a running back. And it was like, too bad the forward pass was invented 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's funny for sure. Yeah, the Bears, man, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The franchise has been kind of in a hole for a while now.
Yeah.
Just tough. Yeah. They thought they had their guy. Maybe they still do, like you said.
Maybe they still do. That's true.
I guess you can only hope,
Right.
right?
What was next segment? What was
you got 0-2.
0-2 teams. Do we want to wait for Dibo or what?
Nah, we'll go, and then when he gets here, we can hear his loser, and then we'll continue.
All right. So Owen, what 0-2 team are you most worried about?
Oh, I gotta stay true to the home.
Oh, the Denver Broncos?
I'm pissed, dude. I'm pissed off.
Let me hear it.
Dude, I'm really worried because fucking Russell Wilson, we know he's an egomaniac, right?
Yeah.
And he's supposed to come back this year, fresh mind, new coach. This is supposed to be a bounce back year. While he hasn't looked terrible, he also hasn't looked great.
Yeah.
And that concerns me because someone like him, I feel like his mental can go downhill quick if it's not looking good for him, if his image isn't looking good as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So that concerns me. What else about the Broncos concerns me?
Kareem Jackson targeting players.
Oh, dude. That's brutal.
Bro, that was a crazy hit. That was a crazy hit.
Dude, that hit was worse than the one in the CSU game, bro.
Oh, yeah.
By a long shot. But
for sure.
The media's glazing Dion, which is all right. So we won't hear about it.
This is true.
But, yeah, I mean, really, Russ is my concern. His inability to make plays when he needs to, when it comes down. Maybe blowing leads, too.
Yeah. I'd say that red zone offense. The red zone offense continues to be a struggle for the Broncos where, in that second half, it felt like even when they were able to march the ball down the field, it was like, oh, they're in the red zone. Like, they'll be settling for 3.
Field goal, yeah.
Like it was already kind of known that they were going to get 3 points and not 7. I'd say another one of my concerns with the Broncos is the fact and the consistent inability to work in Jerry Jeudy. I don't know why. I don't know
someone
why.
who's supposed to be who should be our top receiver.
Yeah.
And
But it's always going to be like they're always going to look for Cortland Sutton. And Marvin Mims had some exciting plays.
Marvin Mims did look good.
Yeah, he had a nice punt return. Obviously, he caught the deep ball for a touchdown. I can't remember how long it was, but he caught another deep ball.
It was like 70 yards, dude.
Yeah. But it's like Jerry Jeudy, he was basically a no-show on the field. And
and that sucks for such a talent like him.
Yeah.
Got to figure out what we're doing, man. Because once he gets unlocked, if you will, I feel like the floodgates are going to open. Russ will have that guy to pass to when he's a little bit uncomfortable, like you said.
Yeah. No, They need to build that chemistry. They need to start working together because that should be who's together.
For sure. A player like Jerry Jeudy can't go unutilized.
No, absolutely. Even if it's just getting him in motion, getting an end around or like a touch pass, like you have to get the ball in his hands.
Absolutely.
My most concerning 0-2 team is also in the AFC West, and mine is the LA Chargers. I feel like this might be really brutal. It might be really, really like early to call.
Yeah, preemptive.
Yep. But I think that the Chargers might be ruining Justin Herbert's career.
Oh, wow.
I really think so. I know that he's only been in the league for, I think this is his either third or fourth. I think this is his third, maybe fourth.
I think it's third.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be his third. But for him to be putting up 34 points in week 1 and 24 points in week 2, and for his teams just consistently be underperforming is not okay. This dude is a top 5 quarterback talent, and he's yet to make an appearance, or he made one appearance in the playoffs, and it was blowing a 3-possession lead.
Yeah, for sure.
And the defense, like Dibo said, they spent all this capital. They're the highest paid defense, most money on that defense, and they brought in guys like Joey Bosa, obviously paying him, paying Derwin James, bringing in J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, bringing in Eric Kendricks, like all these big name players, and they still massively underperform on the defensive end. The Tennessee Titans are one of the worst offensive teams in the league. Ever since Arthur Smith left, that offense just hasn't looked good. Derrick Henry didn't look great in the game, and they're still losing because Tannehill's having game-winning drives against them, and that should not happen. That should not happen.
Absolutely not. And I just fact-checked it. It was his 4th season.
4th. Them COVID years, dude. Years.
It's like it didn't happen, man.
Yeah. Dude, I had the crazy realization. It hit me for the first time.
Yeah.
We're going to be 20 soon. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, some of our friends already are 20.
Yeah. Which is wild.
Yeah, bro, it's actually crazy.
Like, where did the time go?
Bro, I still feel like a child, man.
I feel that.
Especially in college, dude.
Oh, for sure.
It's crazy.
Sure. So who's your loser for this week?
Yeah, give us a loser.
A loser. So, Owen, you have Deshaun Watson. Matt.
Yep.
I had the Panthers.
The Panthers, we got that sorted out. Okay. So, with my loser, I'm going with the Denver Broncos.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
The Denver Broncos are my loser, and here's why. Okay, so Russell Wilson, right?
Mm-hmm.
He plays borderline trash all of, if not, most of, if not all of last season, right?
Most
of. So, yeah. So what they do this offseason, right? They get Sean Payton. They bring a new coach, to help Russ get back to his near his elite level of quarterback play back to Seattle. So they trade a first for him to get Sean Payton. And so with that being said, the Denver Broncos are still 0-2.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos this past Sunday blew an 18-point lead to Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Justin Herbert, not even Derek Carr, or Jimmy Garoppolo, or any other, great or good quarterback in the league. They lost. Well, they blew an 18-point lead to a quarterback with his third ever start. They did it. Bro, I'm going to say one more thing. How do you convert a Hail Mary at the end of the game and still lose?
And then not get the 2-point.
Nah, that was PR.
How do you?
That was PR.
I don't care. I don't care if it was PR or not, bro. An 18-point lead on your home field, and you blow it against Tim Howell, against a QB with only 3 starts to his name.
It's tough.
That's the Denver Broncos. That is the Broncos ever since they won the Super Bowl back in 2016. It doesn't matter who the QB is.
Basically.
It doesn't matter who the coach is. It doesn't matter what their defense is, or it doesn't matter what weapons they have on offense.
Am I hearing the Broncos have a bad fan base?
They're inept. The Broncos are inept. They're I don't know what they're doing in the organization, but
they're struggling.
Every year since 2016. Failure after failure after failure after failure. And man, for this organization, right? This Broncos franchise is one of the most storied organizations in the entire league. Much history compared to the majority of the other teams in the NFL. And for you to have one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the entire league, one of the most highly recognizable coaches in the entire league, one of the best offensive minds in the game, and you're 0-2. All that capital, all that money being thrown away just like that. Poof, gone. 0-2.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
0-2.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The crazy thing is that it was 21-3, and after that Russ fumble, I felt like a lot of people could tell that Broncos were going to choke the game.
Dude, well, hold on. I will say something about that. He fumbled, and he didn't even go for the ball.
Yeah,
he could have stuck his arm. He could have stuck his arm out, grabbed the ball, and then been like, "Oh, I was down." But nah. He fumbles. The ball is 2 feet in front of him, and he goes, "Oh, I was down. Like, just make the safe play.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. That's just lack of effort.
No, for sure. 100% on the dot.
And that pisses me off.
Wait. Can I say one more story?
Yeah, absolutely.
One story about the game. So, right, on Sunday, it was like late third quarter, beginning of the fourth. I had to pick my sister up from her work. And from my house to the nearby Old Navy where she works at, it's like a 10-minute drive around that time-ish. Yep. And so, I look at the score, right? It's 24-21 Denver. Okay, cool. Bet, right. I get in the car, drive to the Old Navy, do that, get all that stuff done. And I come back home. I turn the TV on, and guess what the score was?
Not that score.
It was going to be 24-21 Broncos.
No, when I got home. What was the score when I got home?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Was it 24-21?
Fuck no. No, it was 35-24 Washington.
So I have one score right. I just completely got the other score wrong.
Yeah, and so I'm like, bro, how in the fuck does that happen? I was going for 15-20 minutes around that time, 15 to 25 minutes. And the Commanders have a double-digit point lead.
Yeah.
Bro, how? Yeah. This team has way too much damn money put towards its top players and way too much money put towards its coaching staff to be this bad. How? I'm not even a Broncos fan. But even I'm pissed off. How do you suck that bad? How are you that trash? I'm sorry. It's bad. It's
painful.
Broncos fan, bro. The only hope in Denver right now are the Avalanche, whatever Dion and them are doing, up in Boulder, and the Nuggets. Hey, basketball season, it's in a month right now. It's not around the corner. Yeah. I mean, it's around the corner.
Yeah, bro. Nuggets season gonna start. No one giving a shit about the Broncos.
No, bro.
But Dibo, so we got into what 0-2 teams we were most concerned about. And Owen mentioned the Broncos, and we were talking about how that red zone offense is still putrid. They had so many red zone possessions in that second half, and it felt like every single time they were just bound to score a field goal, never get in the end zone.
It's been yeah. I mean, it's a big issue. I mean, one of the main components to win football games consistently is converting out the red zone. And I don't have the stats right now for the Broncos, but I am almost certain that they are in those bottom metrics in the entire league.
Gotta be.
And that's a certain. And you can blame it on Russell Wilson for taking bad sacks, not throwing the ball away. You can blame it on the receivers for not getting open consistently. You can blame it on the play calling in the red zone, but it's a team effort. It's a team effort with these type of things.
Yeah, I agree.
No doubt.
So then, Dibo, what 0-2 team are you most concerned about? We mentioned the Bears, we mentioned the Chargers, we mentioned the Broncos. I don't know if you have any other teams outside those categories. We mentioned the Vikings a little bit.
Bengals,
perfect. We didn't talk about Bengals.
We brushed up on it, but
yeah,
Dibo,
right.
let's hear it more in depth.
Okay.
Bengals. This 0-2 start is not the same thing as last year's. It's not the same thing.
I agree.
It's not the same thing. Well, when you add the fact that Joe Burrow's health, his calf injury, we don't know how bad it's gonna be. How it's gonna affect him throughout the year. How it's gonna negatively affect him with his playing style and how he performs on a week-to-week basis. We don't know about his overall health. For what we know, he could re-injure it on Monday, God forbid, and he'll be out for multiple weeks, even be put on IR. Let's hope that's not the case, but I know that could be a possibility, unfortunately. And you had the fact that those two losses are against divisional teams, which, keep in mind, the NFC North, some dogs in the division. Even with the worst team, well, probably the Steelers, they're not an easy out. They're not an easy team to beat. They're going to be competitive week by week. So you're already 0-2 in the division, which when it comes to finishing first in the division in the NFC North, that's most likely out the way. Not a chance unless the Steelers somehow win it, which that's unlikely. They don't have the tiebreaker with the Browns and the Ravens, so you add that as well, and you're already in probably the hardest division in the entire league. It is going to be an absolute mountain for them to climb up in the divisional standings, and like you add the AFC 2 as a whole, the entire conference. We all know that the AFC from top to bottom is going to be a dogfight the whole year. There's probably 9, 10 at minimum teams that are going to be in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
No, I agree, Dibo. I think that this year has a bit different of a feel, and I think it comes down to that offense. I mean, through 2 weeks so far, this team is yet to have a lead in a single game, and it's not like these games are we're just losing it at the end. Oh, it's just a couple mistakes here and there. It's like this offense has not looked the same at all. This offense has not looked the same. Joe Burrow has not looked the same. The defense hasn't looked as good as it did last year. And you factor in all these problems, plus the 0-2 start, which can't be doing anything good in the locker room. And it's kind of hard to see how they can just turn it around on a dot like that. And for me, that's where the concern lies.
Very true. Very, very true.
For sure.
It is not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Zach, I want to get his name right. I'm kind of blanking off right now. Zach Taylor, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah, the coach.
Okay, the head coach runs one of the most bland offensive schemes probably in the entire league.
He beat those allegations a while ago.
I'm sorry, but even last year, when you look at the lack of motion and lack of creativity, their offense is basically for the most part. Oh, Joe Burrow, hey, throw a deep ball to Higgins, Jamar Chase, and inshallah. That's it. That's it. The whole for the majority of their game plan, it's just that. Like spread the offense out, no motion, no creativity. Alongside that, it's just deep balls to Higgins and Chase and inshallah the whole game. That's their game plan.
But it's worked. It's worked.
It has worked, but there's some point where defenses are going to adjust to that. They're going to catch up to you, and at some points as well. Even with the run game not being up to par, Mixon has struggled to start the year. That is going to be a huge issue. The lack of creativity with that offense.
I could see it being that, but I mean, like I said, they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Last year, they absolutely obliterated the Bills in Buffalo. We're a possession away from going to the Super Bowl last year. I know that this year looks a bit more cloudy and doesn't look as bright as it did last year, but I think they deserve the benefit of the doubt. I'll put it like that. I think they deserve the benefit of the doubt. Just the players that they have and their talent, I think that they deserve the benefit of the doubt.
But the majority of that all depends on Burrow's health.
That's true.
It depends on Burrow's health, and we the
O-line has regressed too.
Yeah, the O-line hasn't been that great, but still with how many weapons this offense has with the QB play. Arguably the best wide receiver core in the entire league.
Mm-hmm.
This offense being mediocre it's unacceptable.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree. That's fair. That's very fair. So with that being out of the way, do we want to get into predictions for tonight?
I think we could.
Easy. Niners by 30.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we can say it on 3. Who's winning?
Yeah, I got the Giants. Give me Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that.
Give me Vanilla Vic.
No.
Give me Vanilla Vic, man.
No.
If the Giants win tomorrow, I'll clip this part. But I think the 49ers will win.
Bro, go ahead, man, because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We know it.
The 49ers
over. Without bro, you're telling me that the Giants can win without their best offensive player in Saquon?
Yeah.
With a huge disadvantage, talent wise, and
that's why
coaching wise,
Danny Dimes is going to be incentivized to throw the ball now.
Yeah.
Well, it's over. We saw what the Cowboys defense did to the Giants on Sunday night. It's over for them. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones, he was a good dude. It's over.
No, for sure. Home game for the 49ers.
Niners by 100.
Short travel week because they were in LA last week. Now they're just in San Fran. Giants far away from home. They were in Arizona last week. Now they're here. Saquon out. They're going to be playing from behind. That means a lot of Daniel Jones dropbacks. That means Nick Bosa is getting the tee off on Evan Neal.
Niners got way more talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Even with Ayuk out.
It's over.
Yeah, there's a million reasons for the 49ers to win this, and I'm struggling to find one for the Giants.
Yeah, for real. Well said.
I mean, I don't know. Looking at that game, if the Giants have any chance of beating the Niners, right?
It starts with the defense.
Yeah, it starts with the defense, and especially with them slowing down a Dibo Samuel, right? With Ayuk out with the shoulder injury, that's been a report that's come out within the past few hours. So I think if their corners are able to get to the wide receivers, not let them have enough space to be able to create in the open field, be able to get those extra YAG plays, which both Samuel, McCaffrey, and even George Kittle are known to do. I think the Giants have a shot. And offensively, if the Giants are able to control the clock, Daniel Jones, him being a runner, he's able to extend plays with his legs, get crucial first downs. Matt, are you shaking your head, Matt?
Well, I think Daniel Jones is a good runner, but I think a lot of those running alleys aren't going to be there anymore. I think when a defense is trying to game plan against Saquon, it takes a lot more bodies than for Matt Breida. So I still think Daniel Jones is going to have a decent rushing game because he is pretty mobile with his feet.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to see anything like we saw in the Vikings, like the division game, if that's what you're alluding to.
But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, isn't the spread for the night's game, I think Niners?
It's like 10. It's like 10 or 11.
It's like minus 10.5.
That's hideous for an NFL game.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. I got Niners.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, Niners.
I would agree.
Niners for me. Dibo Samuel gets a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey gets a touchdown. And they cover the spread.
Is that the bet?
That's not the bet I placed, but that's what I think.
Wow, gotcha.
So
what's your bet for tonight? You were going to tell me.
Yes. Let's see if I can get in a flip. My bet was the 49ers spread, so minus 10.5, so to win by 11. And then it was their kicker, Jake Moody, to have over 1.5 field goals, which I'm a little concerned. They might get too many touchdowns, but we'll see. $5 down, $17 payout.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad for a two-legger.
Yeah, for sure.
I hit last week's Thursday night game.
There you go. Attaboy.
I hit last week's. I told you I did the strategy. And I came out $5 on top in total.
There you go.
The delays for last NFL Sunday did not hit at all. Damn. You want to hear what it was bad? It was low key. I think I only hit like one or two of the 5 legs. But I still came out net profit. I know I had Broncos money line. I had Giants money line too. So it was 49ers money line, Giants money line. Those hit. I had ETN over 20.5 receiving yards against the Chiefs. I thought that was going to happen. I thought that game was going to be like the highest scoring game of the week. I thought it was going to be 2 powerhouses, and then the Chiefs defense dominated. I had AJ Dillon over 18.5 receiving yards with Aaron Jones out. I thought that he'd be the RB1 and receives majority of that passing game with Christian Watson out too. And then Broncos money line didn't hit. Which is the unfortunate thing.
Well, putting your faith in the Denver Broncos.
Bro, I've done it back-to-back weeks. Bro, the Broncos sold me for week 1 because I had everything but them.
Shameful. That is so shameful, man. That is so shameful.
Bro.
That is shameful.
They were up both times in the second half.
That is shameful. Don't bet on the Denver Broncos. Bro,
he's learned his lesson.
You and Andrew should be following that on a daily basis.
Well, Abdul talked me into this one, unfortunately.
Him too. All 3 of y'all, do not bet on the damn Denver Broncos in any game. Never do that.
Guaranteed to lose.
I don't care who they're playing.
I think they might be pulling off the upset against Miami this week.
But see, like you say this, but when
Andrew will do it.
Andrew will do it. There's no way I put my money on them against the Dolphins.
When it comes to Sunday, when they lose, that's your fault. You lost all that money.
Dolphins. I was telling Owen, I think Eagles are a lock against Buccaneers, and I think Dolphins are a lock against Browns.
I think the Bucs. They could make some plays.
Eagles have a mini bye. They have the pass rush to disrupt Baker. They have the corners to put off Mike Evans.
That secondary's been trashed.
It's serviceable.
It's been banged up as well. I don't know, man. It's been mad banged up. You could throw in a secondary on Philly secondary.
I think Darius Slay does a lot better with Mike Evans than he does with Justin Jefferson.
Mike Evans ain't no joke. He ain't no joke though.
He not, but I also think Jalen Hurts is playing with a little revenge. This is his first time playing against the Buccaneers since I think they humiliated the Eagles in that wild card game. 2 years ago.
I want.
Did they play last year? I can't remember if they played. I don't think they did.
If I'm correct, no, they did not.
I don't think they played last year. So this would be his first time playing them since. I think AJ Brown, because he complained, is going to get a touchdown. I think he's going to have a good game. I think Eagles money line and Dolphins money line are the 2 locks.
Okay. Chiefs money line? Chiefs money line?
Well, I mean, typically I don't consider locks like minus 600 because like anybody can call that a lock.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Everybody knows they're going to beat the Bears at home.
Yeah.
Unless,
Fair enough.
I mean, we could do like a quick rally to end the podcast, just games we have for Sunday and who we think's going to win.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
All right.
Well, I gotta look at the schedule. Hold on.
Hello. I'll read games. Colts versus Ravens. Ravens at home.
Ravens.
Browns versus Titans. Browns at home.
Cool, kind of a toss up. I'm gonna go with the Browns, but it's gonna be a dogfight.
I'll make it interesting. I'll say the Titans.
I think I'm going with the Titans too.
Damn.
I think Mike Vrabel will be able to have that defense playing against Deshaun, and I think the running game will be serviceable for the Titans. I think Derrick Henry might be able to do something. Broncos, Dolphins. I said I already got Dolphins. Patriots, Jets.
Zach Wilson against a Bill Belichick defense is so over for him.
The Jets are winning.
It's over.
Yeah, I think Patriots might get there.
I have the Patriots.
Bills, Commanders at Washington.
Bills
as well. Falcons versus Lions in Detroit.
I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Give me the Lions as well.
No. Actually, no. I'll go Detroit.
Yeah. Saints versus Packers at Lambeau.
Packers.
At Lambeau. Packers. I don't believe in that Saints team. I still don't. I'm sorry.
If this was 1 week, if this was a week 4 game, I'd take the Saints because Kamara will be back for week 4.
I would I'd still take the Packers.
I'll take the Packers. I think that Saints defense might be able to make Jordan Love a little uncomfortable though. Jags, Texans in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Texans are trash.
Good teams don't lose twice in a row. Yeah. Chargers, Vikings, the battle of the 2-0-2 teams.
Vikings.
Hey, bro. Hey. Justin Jefferson over 200 yards. It's an absolute lock.
That's a lock.
That's a lock, brother. That is a lock. That is a lock, brother. Oh, my God. It's going to be nasty for the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Vikings in this game.
There you go.
I'll be a little different. I'll say that Justin Herbert puts one on his back and carries them in that game against a bad Vikings defense, although they've looked better this year. Panthers versus Seahawks in Seattle. No Bryce Young.
Andy Doan will have to start. Seahawks,
yeah, dude.
That Panthers team is looking dreadful. I am not gonna lie.
Seahawks
poor franchise.
Them boys versus
that Cam Newton. No, I'm sorry.
No,
that was a joke. I love Cam, but no, that was a joke. I was joking.
Them boys, as in the Cowboys versus the Cardinals in Arizona.
Dallas. Yeah, we're gonna finally see the Cardinals be, the projected worst team in the league like we all expected. So yeah, it's not gonna be even close. Cowboys by like 50. It's over.
Bears versus Chiefs.
Yeah, like I said before, pray for Justin Fields and the Bears fan base. It's over. We should blow them out by over 2 scores, but in an Andy Reid game, or the Chiefs, with what we've done over the past few years, it might be close.
Man,
it was a close game.
Give me the Bears. They're gonna get their revenge on Matt Nagy.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Give me the Chiefs.
Imagine though. Imagine the scene.
Sunday night, Steelers versus Raiders in Vegas.
Steelers.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Devontae Adams is playing. Wasn't concussion protocol. Is playing.
Damn.
This is the Raiders' first home game of the year. I really want to pick the Raiders, but I also had a bold preseason prediction about the Steelers, which means that they're gonna have to win tonight. Win that night.
Yeah. Matt's legacy's on the line, y'all. So
right.
he needs the Steelers of all teams to get this win, to get the 12 wins on the season.
It's more so on the Patriots. My legacy's more so dependent on the Patriots.
That's
being bad. Which I'm praying for Zach Wilson masterclass.
That's not gonna happen.
Which is not something that you want to be praying for.
My God.
Eagles versus Bucks in Tampa.
I'm gonna go with the upset, Buccaneers.
No.
You're taking Eagles, Owen?
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Wait. Is it in Philly or Tampa?
It's in Tampa.
Oh yeah, I'm going with the Bucks. Buccaneers. Let's go. Baker Mayfield's walking down the Eagles defense. Let's go.
I'm taking.
Let's get it.
And then last but not least, second Monday night doubleheader. Bengals at home against the Rams. Let's do assuming Joe Burrow is healthy first, and then we can do assuming Joe Burrow is not healthy.
I got.
Okay. Can I go first?
Go for it. You guys aren't gonna like what I'm gonna say.
I wonder what that might be.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
What?
I have the Rams.
Ooh. You got the Rams either way, or only if Joe Burrow doesn't play?
Either way.
I do as well. Lovely Dibo.
I think if Joe Burrow plays, the Bengals will win.
And if he doesn't?
If the Rams all the way.
I think that Aaron Donald is going to dominate the game. I think Aaron Donald is going to have his way, and I think he's going to disrupt that Bengals offense. They're never going to be able to establish the run. I think that he'll be in Joe Burrow's face constantly, or who's their backup right now?
Their backup?
Yeah, I don't know who their backup is. Whoever their backup is, I think Aaron Donald will be in his face if he's there. I think that our corners have pleasantly been good this year. So, yeah, I'll take the Rams.
Quick fact check. Their backup QB right now is Jake Browning.
Who? Not playing, respectfully.
Jake Browning.
I might be there with you, Owen. I've heard the name, but I don't think I've ever seen
He played college football at Washington.
Shout out UW.
That's right.
Shout out them Huskies.
Hey, they gonna get beat by Colorado though. Maybe, I don't know.
Colorado play Oregon, I thought.
Huh? Oh no, they play Oregon this week, Colorado, but they're in the Pac. Well, Washington and Colorado, they're both in the Pac-12, so they're playing.
Dibo, who you got this weekend? You got the Buffs?
I think the insanity run for Colorado is going to end, sadly, on Saturday against Oregon. I just think Oregon has a way more talented team. Colorado coming off an emotional double overtime win over their rivals, Colorado State. I just think that, the fall off from wins like that and also the loss of Travis Hunter will hurt them a lot. So I got Oregon.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be a fun game though.
They also got like a fifth-year quarterback or something.
At Oregon?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, man. Heisman candidate.
Bennett.
Heisman candidate. A Auburn true freshman quarterback. And
get you a new kicker though.
Oh yeah, the 31-year-old
with 2 kids.
3 kids.
3 kids. My bad.
bro, man, don't hate on the man. Don't hate on.
I was living out his dream.
Bro, he's still getting education. Hey, we all got
respect.
Yeah,
that's right.
Respect.
All right, boys. Football comes on in 24 minutes.
Swear. It is 24 minutes.
It is.
No, 26.
I'm getting
49.
51. I'm getting 51 on my computer.
I just got 50. It just turned to 50 for me.
Right. All right.
That is irrelevant. Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Okay. With that being said, thank y'all so much for watching this video. We appreciate the love and support. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, IG, TikTok, and YouTube, all with the handle at Lunch from the Base. We post daily reels and other content on there consistently. So, we appreciate it if you would drop us a quick follow and subscribe. Thank you.
Hey, keep killing it on Insta. We get them other platforms up.
That's right. Got nothing else for you.
Hey man, bro, we were cooking up something good for y'all. Cooking up something good. So hey, we appreciate the love.
I'm feeling like 2017 Harden the way Lunchroom Debates is going.
we just straight cooking. We straight cooking. That's all we do. We just cook.
Yup.
We be in the lab just straight cooking, man. That's all we do. That's all we know.
Oh, hold up. Before we get out of here.
Oh boy.
Before we get out of here, the next time Lunchroom Debates sees us, either me or Dibo will no longer be undefeated in fantasy.
And because I'm gonna smack Matt's ass this week. This man Matt wanted to smoke. He flexed the game.
I flexed the game
to play me.
Power
best team in the league.
Hold up. Power rankings came out. Me and Dibo were the only 2-0 teams. Dibo was number 1. I was number 2. I went into my team's locker room and I heard the guys feeling all sorts of disrespected. As the coach, I feel like the burden is on me to make my players feel more confident. So I said, we want the smoke. If we lose now, it's regular season. Moves can be made. It's week 3. But we need to learn if we're made for the battle. So, crucial week, and I can't wait to stay undefeated.
Hey, man, all I can say about my team, bro, we ready for war.
Dibo.
We ready for war.
Dibo. If we play each other this week, then we got to go up to Foco. Because then we could watch the games. We could watch our games against each other live.
Yeah, we got to do that.
It makes too much sense. Too much sense. But I can't wait to be 3-0.
Oh, that's not going to happen. We all know that's not happening.
Funny.
We all know that ain't happening. Shout out Mike Tomlin. We all know that ain't happening. All right, man.
All right.
We're not like that anymore for fantasy.
With that banter over.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up. All right, man. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Adios.